Matryoshka by Corinne Dimas Bliss, illustrated by Catherine Brown. In a small shop in a snowy village in Russia, Nikolai, the doll maker, was carving his last Matryoshka. From one piece of soft wood he shaped 6 nesting dolls, each one fitting inside the other. On the front of each doll's white apron, and a smile on each doll's face. "You are 6 sisters," he said, as he set them along the workbench in a line, from biggest to littlest, and he named each one, touching his finger to the top of her head. Anna, Olga, Varka, Vanda, Nadia, and Nina. Then he tucked them one inside the other. He put Nina inside Nadia, and Nadia inside Vanda, and Vanda inside Varka, and Varka inside Olga, and Olga inside Anna. Well, there's 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5. But they look very similar. Anna had a pedestal base, so she could not fit inside any other doll. She had the fanciest flowers on the front of her apron, and the wisest look in her eyes. "Goodbye, Anna," said Nikolai, and he kissed her forehead. "Keep your sisters safe inside you, and may you find a happy home." Then he sent the Matryoshka off to a toy shop in America. On the long journey across the sea, Nina slept inside Nadia. Nadia slept inside Vanda. Vanda slept inside Varka. And Varka slept inside Olga, and Olga slept inside Anna. Just like that. So they're on a ship sailing to America. Anna only saw darkness until she was unpacked from her box at a toy shop in America. There were other Matryoshkas on the shelf by the front door. Some were bigger and some were smaller. Anna could only guess how many sisters they each held inside. Other Matryoshka makers carved 4 to 8 or even 10 dolls, each inside the other. But Nikolai always carved 6, for 6 he believed was a lucky number. The toy shop owner, this guy, opened up Anna and set her and all her sisters in a line from the biggest to the littlest along the front of the display. Nina, the littlest, was on the very end of the shelf, too close to the edge. One March day, the very end of winter, a shopper in a puffy coat brushed against the shelf, and Nina was knocked right off. No one noticed except for Nina's sisters, but there was nothing they could do. They could not lift their painted arms to reach out for Nina, or to open their painted lips to cry for help. Nina rolled to the doorway of the shop, and then, in the bustle, she was kicked outside by a customer as she left. It had begun snowing, and soon Nina was covered up by snow. Poor Nina. In the morning, the shopkeeper shoveled the sidewalk in front of the toy shop. Nina was shoveled right out to the street. Later that day, the snowplow came and pushed all the snow into a pile. The pile was shoved up into a dump truck. Nina nestled in the snow, saw only whiteness. The muffled sound of the truck reminded her of the ship's engine, and she dreamed she was on the sea again, on her way to America. In the evening, the shopkeeper discovered that the littlest Matryoshka was missing. He looked everywhere, but couldn't find her. So he put Nadya inside Vanda, and Vanda inside Larka, and Larka inside Olga, and Olga inside Anna. But he put the Matryoshka on the sale table. The next day, a little girl named Jessie came to the toy shop with the money her grandfather had sent her on her birthday. She had seen the Matryoshka on display in the store weeks before and longed for one. But now she found out that they were all too expensive. She was just turning away when the shopkeeper pointed out, "The littlest doll is missing," said the shopkeeper, "so I'll let you have that Matryoshka for half price." Jessie had just enough money to buy the Matryoshka. When she got home, she sent the dolls along her dresser in a line, from the biggest to the littlest. At night, she put a little ball of cotton inside Nadya so she wouldn't feel empty inside. Then she put Nadya inside Vanda, and Vanda inside Varka, and Varka inside Olga, and Olga inside Anna. And she set Anna by the window so she could look out at the moonlit, snowy field and the star-filled sky. Anna kept her shining eyes wide open, watching for Nina and remembering Nikolai's soft voice. "Keep your sisters safe inside you." Nina spent the night in the snow pile. In the quiet of early morning, spring took the place of winter. The sun came out, and the great thaw began. The snow above Nina started melting, and soon she could see sunlight making its way through the icy crystals. By the next afternoon, all the snow around Nina had melted away. For a while she lay in a little puddle in a pocket of snow. And when that melted, she was carried along in a rivulet of melted snow down the hillside to the stream. Nina rolled and tumbled along in the current. She had glimpsed of the sky and glimpses of the sandy bottom and glimpses of the rocks she whooshed by. A roar in the distance got louder and louder. It wasn't a truck or the engine of a ship. It was a waterfall. Suddenly Nina was caught in a rush of water, and then she flew off into space and came down in foaming surf. She was pounded deep in the water, but popped up and was carried off downstream once again. The stream widened and branched in two. Nina traveled up one fork to an inlet. She floated gently along in the slow current. A great blue heron, back from the south now that the ice had melted, was hunting in the shallows. He spotted Nina, snapped her up. When he discovered she wasn't anything to eat, he flicked her away. She landed in a large cluster of oak leaves on the shore. It was good to be on land again, and Nina was happy that she had come to rest face up so that she could watch the darkening sky and the arrival of the moon and stars. Oh, I see a face in that moon. She thought about Nadja and Vanda and Varka and Olga and Anna. The face in the moon reminded her of Anna's face. Round and wise, and she felt comforted. In the morning, the squirrel came foraging among the leaves. He mistook her for a nut. He snatched her up and dashed off with her to his nest in the eaves of an attic. When he saw that she was only a piece of wood, he shoved her out of the nest. She rolled down the slope of the roof into the rain gutter and then tumbled down the copper drain pipe. A cat dozing in a patch of sunlight at the corner of the porch was startled by the sound. He opened his eyes just as Nina rolled out the end of the drain pipe. He pounced at her. Pew! And when Nina rolled away, he pounced again. The little girl was just coming out of the house. Her eyes was caught by the red of Nina's dress. "What have we got here?" she asked the cat as she bent down to look. She picked up the littlest Matryoshka. "Oh, you found us," she cried, for the little girl was Jessie. She ran upstairs to her bedroom. She wiped Nina carefully with a handkerchief and placed her in a circle with her sisters. So Nina could see them all, and they could all see her. How they rejoiced to be together again. That night, Jessie removed the cotton ball from Nadja. She put Nina inside Nadja, Nadja inside Vanda, Vanda inside Varka, and Varka inside Olga. Pretend we have another one. And Olga inside of Anna. There. "Now your sisters are safe inside you," Jessie said with a smile. And she kissed Anna on her forehead. Anna smiled the smile that had been painted on by Nikolai the doll maker in Russia so long ago. The end. Thanks for watching, friends. Thanks, Anna, for protecting all your sisters. You're welcome.